There is so much drama already this year. I've had to bump 3 videos because there's been more pressing, dramatic things going down on the timeline. You know, we still got some Alex Terrible to talk about. We got some Ronnie Radke leaked DMs to get into. But before we get into any of that in the upcoming days, all right, we have to talk about this Anthony Fantano drama that's going down on the timeline. Because this guy is out here coping, seething, and malding, and it might be an embarrassing look for the melon. So let's do a deep dive on these tweets and see what we can learn and why it's going down the way it's going down right now on Twitter. Hey, how's it going? My name is Dan Frampton. Thank you so much for kicking back with me here today. If you've been digging all the drama that's been going down on the Twitter timeline these days, just hit us with a like and subscribe. Okay, with all that out of the way, let's hit you with a little bit of context, okay? I'm sure everybody is familiar with who Anthony Fantano is. This guy is the self-proclaimed internet's busiest music nerd. Now, I might have something to say about that because I think I'm pretty busy. I think I'm a music nerd, but I'm not here to have that debate with this guy right now. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here and try to prove his catchphrase incorrect. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun. Mostly what this guy does is he reviews albums on the internet. He's very popular for doing it. He might actually be the internet's most relevant music critic, and I will admit, I'm a long-time Anthony Fantano viewer. I've always enjoyed this man's content. When I first found him, he was wearing an MF Doom mask going on about all these like MF Doom rhymes that he liked, and I thought he was like the corniest goofball in the world, kind of endearing, and all these years on, he's not so much endearing anymore as he is kind of pretentious, but he's earned that pretension, and I do kind of vibe with that as well. But what's going down right now is kind of weird, kind of embarrassing, because it all starts off with another Lil Nas X video. Lil Nas X burst onto the scene with Old Town Road all those years ago, and then ever since, he's been kind of pushing so many different envelopes, all right? He's been pushing the gender envelope, the religion one. He put a bunch of blood in a pair of shoes and tried to sell it. So that was also a Nike copyright envelope he was pushing alongside being very edgy, okay? And a couple years ago in a music video, he had a lap dance with the devil, and a lot of people kind of went crazy about that, but he knew how to ride all these waves of controversy. And it seems like Lil Nas X has a new music video called J Christ. Now, I will be honest with you, I didn't watch this music video. It's not really relevant, you know what I mean? All you need to know is that he's doing more like religious iconography all over this thing. You got a heaven angel. You got some hell demons. You got a bunch of things going on that might be considered sacrilegious if you're a sacrilegious type guy. But what I'm seeing right here is pretty metal, if I'm being honest with you. If I didn't have any idea who Lil Nas X was, and I just looked at these images, I would think that I was looking at a metal music video. And like ruffling the feathers of the Christians used to be considered cool, so I don't know why a whole lot of people are siding with the people that are offended about this. Because one of the guys that is the most offended over this music video is Twitch's most popular streamer, cenat. Now, you probably don't know who cenat is if you're on this YouTube channel, okay? But if you're a younger person, you know, under the age of 20, you 100% know who cenat is. This guy is a massive streamer. This guy has a huge audience. And let me tell you, he was not impressed with that music video.
Nas X, you could eat my whole... I hate that nigga, bro. Nah, that shit just popped up in my head, bro. That... Bro, now what am I mother, bro?
Now, I know with your adult brain, you don't understand a goddamn word this guy is saying, okay? But basically what he just said there in the first 7 seconds is that he hates Lil Nas X. That's all you need to know. I know that was like unintelligible in every way, shape, or form. I have no idea why this guy gets viewers.
I'm gonna handle you in the right way. I didn't even talk about that yet, bro. But look, God gonna handle you, bro. And you're... Bro,
what he did.
No, bro.
What he did.
No, bro.
God's gonna handle him. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. I don't know how people find that entertaining. I have no idea how you find this guy cool. And then cenat out here acting like Lil Nas X is the first person to make fun of religion in this way. It's crazy to me. So when Anthony Fantano responded, "What a fucking loser," I immediately sided with Anthony Fantano, because this guy's out here screaming at the camera, screaming at Lil Nas X. People think this guy is cool. People think this guy is entertaining, but this guy's literally just on here having like a mental health breakdown, screaming at the camera. Absolutely craziness, okay? And then, of course, drama alert, still at it, put it all together. And this is where a lot of this Anthony Fantano hate starts to come from. Because even just a couple years ago, literally everybody on the internet, everybody in entertainment would side with Anthony Fantano and Lil Nas X. There would be no Kai Cenat literally screaming at the camera, "God gonna handle you, God gonna handle you." Oh, it's so silly. And then in the comments, people are just like, "Oh, the Satanists are showing themselves." Oh man, to be a Satanist, it's ridiculous. So if only Anthony Fantano acted like it was ridiculous. If only he didn't take it so seriously, because he started quote retweeting people Ronnie Radke style. And this is where it gets kind of sad. Now, I don't know Anthony Fantano, but anybody dying on any hill on Twitter, you gotta know, is just online way too much, okay? Now, I'm online way too much, and I disagree with 99.9% of stuff that I see on Twitter. But to engage in stuff like this is very embarrassing. If I ever, like, quote retweet somebody that I disagree with and then try to, like, stick it to them and get my audience on my side, because that's what a quote retweet is. It's like saying, "Hey, my audience who I know agrees with me, look at this idiot over here. There's a big time idiot saying a big stupid thing over here." And Anthony Fantano should have came out here like the bigger man, and he should have just let Keemstar be Keemstar over here on Drama Alert. All of this discourse, all of this like Christianity hating stuff, all of this like, "Oh my God, you're a demon" stuff led to Anthony Fantano trending on our side of the internet. So, of course, he took a screenshot and posted it with an LOL. If I ever do this, people, please take my phone away from me. It's gone too far. Nothing is ever worth this, okay? And this is coming from somebody that has made like 3 years worth of ruthless gatekeeper videos where I cranked this character up to 11 and just let her rip. But to do this on the timeline, oh my goodness gracious me. There's no element of satire or performance here whatsoever. It just shows that you can get got. You've gotten over here. And it's just so blatant and apparent. But this is the tweet that gets it the saddest, okay? Now, I don't want to get back and forth into a whole Bo Black's Twitter versus here and get everybody's take on this thing. But to that last thing, a guy comes in and says, "Now do Islam." Just let them be idiots, bro. I don't know why you have to quote this. And now you're clouding up Creamy Weaver over here, when before this, I wouldn't have even said those words together ever in my entire life. Creamy Weaver? Now I've said Creamy Weaver to more people, and now I've even clouded them up even more. Do you see why this is bad? Do you see why this is silly? So to that, Fantano says, "You mean the religion of people currently undergoing a in Palestine and a rise in hate crimes globally? Why bring it there? That is insane. That is crazy. Just let people be edgy. Let people have bad opinions. When you do this, you snowball stuff. And I gotta say, politically, I definitely am more aligned with Anthony Fantano than the people coming after him. This isn't about left. This isn't about right. This is about acting like a bitch-ass puss on the internet. And not only that, you're rising up these other accounts and giving them a louder voice. And that is just bad. And I know how hypocritical it looks because I just did it, but I'm doing it to make a point. So we really took an argument about a music video, art, an expression of oneself, and then you just start throwing in all of this real world, really dark stuff that's going on right now. That's a low blow and kind of sad and didn't need to go there. We could have kept having fun, going back and forth. But of course, as soon as you bring in religion and as soon as people start taking everything so seriously, it's gonna get out of hand really quickly. And it's not even really an argument about which hill to die on, because everybody's going to be out here dying on every hill. It's a matter of how you go about dying on that hill. And I think bringing in war to have an argument against a music video is a little bit silly and a little bit ridiculous. And Anthony Fantano might have a little bit too much pride to admit that he's acting silly right now. And that's all it is. He's just acting like a silly boy. But at least he's not yelling at the camera, "God gon' handle you. God gon' handle you." And I do want to end this video by saying, cenat, you're a fucking loser, man. Okay, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you might like this video. Alright, see you later.